All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's get into the front pages of the newspapers very quickly. So we start off with the Business Day. That's the first one that we have this morning. And Business Day leading with Godin spells out next step for Eskom. That's the front page there. Talking to, let me just make it a little bit bigger. There are several proposals already on the table around which much technical work has been done. That's what they're saying here. And they're going into Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan's saying that Eskom's new restructuring office has one overriding possibility: to make a recommendation on the restructuring of the power utilities debt. Okay, so that's what they are taking as a lead. Then NHI will cut province's role. That's according to the Western Cape. The head of health has warned that NHI introduced deep uncertainty about the role of provincial health departments and could diminish the money available for service delivery. So all the reactions coming in from the NHI, the long-awaited bill unveiled last Thursday by Health Minister Zweli Mkhize, is the first piece of enabling legislation for the government's plan to implement universal health coverage, which promises to provide services to everyone free at the point of care. So that's still being debated there. Better days lie ahead for South Africa, says Sim Shabalala. Now, Sim is the CEO of Standard Bank Group, Africa's largest bank by assets. It's confident that better days are in store for South Africa, which is struggling to revive its economy in the shadow of state capture and years of subpar economic growth. So that's what they're talking to there. You can read more about that. And finally, this is the picture that they've got there is something called Never Again. Members of the Jewish community and their supporters hold Jews Say #Close the Camps protest and vigil to demand an end to the Trump administration's detention of migrants, refugees and asylum seekers outside the Metropolitan Detention Center in Los Angeles, California. Okay, let's move to the next newspaper, and that is The Citizen. The Citizen, they're taking sports as their front page, and the Springboks reborn. That's what they're leading with there. And they say that the victorious Springboks celebrate after upstaging the mighty All Blacks to win their first rugby championship crown after playing some sublime rugby to overpower a hapless Argentina 46-13 at the Padre Ernesto Stadium in Salta on Saturday. So that's what they are leading with. Then Cyril's money minefield. The president must open up about his donation campaign or face untold damage to his leadership. That's according to experts. Private investigator in racism row, Mike Bolhuis, refused to comment yesterday after news broke of losing his show on CakeNet for allegedly using racial slurs. All right, that's the front page of your Citizen newspaper. Then we move on to The Star, and a photograph there of the public protector, the former public protector, Thuli Madonsela. Jubilant South Africans welcoming her and the Trek for Mandela expedition team at the OR Tambo International Airport last night. The victorious team conquered Mount Kilimanjaro, and it is no mean feat, I can tell you that much. It's a fantastic, fantastic thing for them to have done. And I think the former public protector talking about how difficult it was, and that final push where she said, I experienced glucose shortage, which at the time I didn't know what it was. How it presented itself, my legs and muscles refused to function, my whole body became a bit wobbly, and at some stage I was virtually blind. This presented difficulties to the leaders as they were not sure whether to proceed with the climb or go back. So you can read about those details on the front page of The Star. Also a terrible story next to it. It says school dumps raped pupil 16. Matric learners said to have assaulted grade 9 pupil, and they are still attending classes. My goodness, okay. And then Ramaphosa owes South Africa the truth, also carrying that story. And then finally, the Sowetan. And there's a picture of Banyana once, twice, 6 times the ladies. So that's what they have got there, a picture of Banyana. That's the article on the back page. Cyril's emails headache continue. President's attempts to prevent donor details to his CR17 campaign from being known suffered a major blow with a leak. That was over Sunday newspapers yesterday, the Sunday Independent carrying that one. Then on the sidebars there, antibiotic recall after toddler death. And congratulations to our new beautiful Miss South Africa. Oh, she's absolutely magnificent, I must say. She stood out for me from the very, very beginning. And it seems that South Africa are so excited with our new Miss South Africa, Zazibini Tunzi. And really, really, she's absolutely beautiful, naturally beautiful. So congratulations to her. And then finally, family tragedy spurs Colonel Buthelezi to solve crimes. All right, those are the newspapers for you on this Monday morning. Let's take a break. We've got more for you after this. Stay tuned.